Hello class, in this lesson we are going to learn how to round whole numbers. By the way, why do we need to round whole numbers? Sometimes we may be doing calculations that involve a complex or a number that have a lot of digits. For example, if I am to multiply this number, let me just write some random numbers. 28495. Let's assume I want to multiply it by 478. If I don't have a calculator with me, to multiply this number will take me a lot of time. So I may decide to round this number to the nearest thousand or to the nearest whatever, depending on the degree of accuracy or the level of accuracy that I want to achieve in my calculation. For example, this is 28,495. Now I want to multiply by 778. What am I saying? 478 rather. So I can decide to round this number to the nearest, let's say nearest thousand or nearest 10,000, or depending on the level of accuracy I want to achieve. For example, this 28,000 is very close to 30,000. So you can just round it upward to 30,000. And this 478 is very close to 500. Now, you agree with me that to multiply this number is very, very easy without a calculator than to multiply this number without a calculator. So if I'm transacting it in the market, for example, I bought something and the price is this, and I bought this unit of that very thing. To multiply this by this with my head without a calculator will take me a lot of time. So if the seller tells me the price and I want to have an idea of the price in my head, I can just, okay, let me round this to 30,000 and then this to 500 and then multiply in my head. Although my result is not going to be accurate, but the difference will not be much. So 3 times 5 is 15. Then I put the number of zero. How many zero do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer that we will get by multiplying this by this will be close to this. That is the essence of rounding number or whole numbers. And in doing that, it depends on the level of accuracy that we want to achieve. So let me read what I have here on the board. It says, when working with large numbers, it is a common practice to approximate the numbers by rounding them to a specific value. Depending on the level of accuracy needed, we can round up to a specific place value. We can use the idea of number line to visualize what I'm talking about. For example, 87 to the nearest 10. Let's assume we want to round 87 to the nearest 10. Let's use the number line. This is 87. If we are rounding it to the nearest 10, as in the next number to the next 10 to 80, what do I mean by the next 10 to 80? After 80, the next 10 to it is 90, and the next 10 to 90 is 100. The next 10 before 80 is 70. The next 10 before 70 is 60. That is what I mean by nearest 10. So if you look at this number line, which number is close to 87? That is, which 10, nearest 10 is close to 87? Look at the next 10 to it is 90. And how many places do I need to count before I get to 90? 1, 2, 3. On the other hand, the 10 that comes before 87 is right here, which is 80 itself. How many number do I need to count before I get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We count 7 places before we get to the 10 that comes before 87. So this number 87 is close or closer to 90 than it is to 80. So 87 to the nearest 10 is 90. That is how to use a number line to visualize the idea of a rounding whole number. So on the other hand, let's assume we want to round 83. Now let's use this number line to illustrate that. The nearest 10 to 83 is here. This 10 is closer to 83 than 90. The nearest 10 to it is, and the next 10 to 83 is 90. So 80 is closer to 83 than 90. Look at how many places we need to count before we get to 80. 1, 2, 3. Or if you are going to 90, we need to count how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 83, if you are rounding it, it is 8 to the nearest 10. Nearest 10. Okay? That is the idea of rounding a whole number. Now, the rule is any digit between 0 to 4, we round it down to 0. Any digit from 5 to 9, we round it to 1. That is how to round off a whole number. So we have some example here. Say round the following numbers to the nearest 10. 2,903. 2,903. The easiest way to approach this is to write each of the digits in terms of their place value. The place value of 3 is unit. The place value of 0 is tens. The place value of 9 is 100. The place value of 2 is 1,000. So we are rounding to the nearest 10. So we'll look for the digit that is in 10 position, which is 0 in this case. So 0 is in 10 position. Then look for the next digit to it, which is 3. If that digit is in this range, we round it to 0. If the digit is in this range, we round it to 1. So in this example, the digit is in this range. So 3 round to 0, and 0 plus 0 is 0. So this number to the nearest 10 is 2900. 2900. So the next number is, excuse me, 9744. Write them in terms of their place value. 4 is in units. This 4 is in 10. This is 100. And this is 1,000. So since we are rounding to the nearest 10, we do for the digit that is in 10 position, which is 4. Then look for the next digit. The next digit to it is 4 again. 4 is in this range, and that means this is going to round to 0. And 0 plus 4 is 4. So this number to the nearest 10 is 9740. 9740. The next one is 598. 598. Again, we write them in terms of their place value. The place value of 8 is unit, 9 is 10, and 5 is 100. We are rounding towards the nearest 10. The digit in 10 position is 9. The next digit to it is 8. 8 is in this range, so it's going to round to 1. Then 1 plus 9 is 10. We cannot write 10 there, so we need to shift the 1 here, so that this number to the nearest 10 is 600. 600. Then the next one is, let me do it here, because the board is already cleaned up. Out 4, 5, 5, 4 rather, 0, 9. This is units. this is 10, this is 100, and this is 1000. So we are rounding what? To the nearest 10. The digit in the 10th position is 0. The next digit to it is 9. 9 is in this range. So 9 rounds to 1. And 1 plus this is 1. So this number round to 5410. The nearest 10. 5410. And lastly, in this example, we have 8, 6, 7, 9. This is unit, this is tens, this is 100, and this is 1000. Okay, we are rounding what? To the nearest 10. The digit in 10 position is 7. The next digit to it is 9. And 9 round to what? To 1. Add the 1 to 7, which is 8. So this number to the nearest 10 is 8780. 8780. And that brings us to the end of example 1. Excuse me. Let's move on to example 2. Create some space this board. Okay. Example 2, we have to round to the nearest 1000. The nearest 1000, as usual, I'm going to write each of the digits in terms of their place value. I have 7, 8, 9, 7, 3. This is unit. This is tens. This is 100. This is 1000. And this is 10,000. So we're rounding to the nearest 1000. So we look for the digit that is in 1000 position, which is 8. 8 is in 1000 position. The next digit to it is 9. And 9 lies in the range of 5 to 9. Remember, any number in this range round to 1. So we'll round this 9 to 1 and then add the 1 to this digit so that this number becomes 79000. Write 0 in place of this. So this number to the nearest 1000 is 79,000. 79000. That is that for that number. And let's move on to B. Here we have 95, 7, 4, 4. This is unit. This is tens. This is 100. This is 1000. And this is 10,000. Okay, so which digit is in 1000 position? Remember, we're rounding to the nearest 1000. The digit in 1000 position is 5. The next digit to it is 7. 7 is in this range. Number between 5 to 9 round to 1. So we're going to round this 7 to 1 and the 1 to 5. So that this number becomes 96,000. 96,000. Okay, that is that for that. Let's move on to the next one. Next one will have 23, 4, 9, 5. This is units in terms of their place value now. This is tens. This is 100. This is 1000. And this is 10,000. So which digit is in 1000 position? 3. The next digit to it is 4. 4 is in the range of 0 to 4. Any number between 0 to 4 round to 0. We're going to round this 4 to 0. 0 plus 3 is still 3. So this number to the nearest 1000 is 23,000. 23,000. And the next one is 87,696. Let's do that here. 87,696. Let's indicate their place value, unit, change, 100, 1,000, and 10,000. Since we are rounding to the nearest thousand, we look for the digit that is in thousand position, which is 7 in this case. The next digit to it is 6. 6 in the range of 5 to 9. And number between 5 to 9 round to 1. So this is we are going to round it up to 1 and add that 1 to 7, which is 88,000. So this number is 88,000. And lastly, we have 19,356. Let me do that here. 19,356. Indicating their place value, unit, tens, 100, 1,000, and 10,000. So we are rounding to the nearest thousand. So we're going to look for the digit that's in thousand position, which is 9. And the next digit to it is 3. 3 is in this range of 0 to 4, which round to 0. So this 3 here will round to 0. 0 plus 19 is still 19. So this number to the nearest thousand is 19,000. 19,000. That brings us to the end of example 2. Let's move on to example 3. Example 3, we have to round the numbers to the nearest 100. As usual, we're going to indicate each of the number in terms of their place value. 73, this is unit, this is tens, this is 100, this is 1,000, and this is 10,000. So we are rounding toward the nearest 100. So we look for the digit that is in 100 position, which is 6. The next digit to it is 7. 7 lying in this range of 5 to 9. Any number between 5 and 9 round to 1. So this 7 here, which is next to 100 position, round to 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. So this number to the nearest 100 is 247 and 0, 0. 24700. That is that for A. And let's look for B. B we have 75734, indicating their place value, unit, tens, 100, 1,000, and 10,000. We are rounding to the nearest 100. So we look for the digit that is in 100 position. In this case, it is 7. The next digit to it is 3. 3 is in the range of 0 to 4, which is not up to 5. And any number in this range round to 0. So this 3 round to 0. 0 plus 7 is 7. So this number to the nearest 100 is 75700. 75700. Okay, that is that for B. Let's go on to C. And C we have 8365, indicating their place value, unit, tens, 100, 1,000, and 10,000. We are rounding to the nearest 100, so we look for digit that is in 100 position, which is 6. The next digit to it is now to this range, is in this range, which round to 0. So 0 plus 6 is still 0, is still 6 rather. I have 8, 3, 6, 0, 0. To the nearest 100, 8, 3, 6, 0, 0. To the nearest 100. Then for C, so there is C without it. Let's move on to D. Let me do it here. D we have 17, 5, 4, 6. Indicating the place value of the numbers, units, tens, hundred, thousand, and 10,000. We are rounding to the nearest 100. The digit in 100 position is 5. The next digit to it is 4. 4 round to 0. 0 plus 5 is still 5. I have 17500. Excuse me. 17500. Lastly, 19476. Unit, tens, hundred. Okay, I'm rounding to the nearest 100. There's no need of writing the remaining one. So the digit in 100 position is 4. The next digit to it is 7. 7 is in this range, so it's going to round to 1. Then we add the 1 to this 4, which gives us 19500. So this number is 19500. That is that for example number 3 and also for this class as a whole. Thank you for your time. I'm going to see you in next class.